July is kind of a pivot point in the growing season where just a little maintenance now can lead to a really big fall payoff. In this video, we'll break down what you should be pruning, planting, and harvesting. Plus, we'll cover July garden tasks by USDA Hardiness zone, and even throw in some bonus tips for beating the heat and keeping your garden thriving. Whether you're a container gardener, backyard grower, or even a full-on homesteader, this checklist has something for you. Welcome to Home and Garden Review Nook. Here we share simple tips, honest reviews, and clever ideas to help you love your space and lifestyle even more. Go ahead and hit subscribe and stay tuned. Pruning in midsummer really helps boost airflow, shape your plants, and get them ready for strong late-season growth. Here are a few general pruning tips. Use clean, sharp shears. Prune in the early morning or evening to avoid heat stress, and try to avoid heavy pruning during those extreme heat waves. Here's what to prune this month. With tomatoes, remove suckers and those lower yellowing leaves. For herbs, trim basil, mint, and oregano regularly to keep them from flowering. Berry bushes need you to prune spent raspberry and blackberry canes. With roses, deadhead old blooms to encourage repeat flowering. And for annuals, just trim leggy petunias and marigolds to refresh their growth. So, July isn't just about keeping things alive out there. It's actually a great time to start a second round of crops for the fall, believe it or not. The trick is to pick plants that mature quickly or can handle the heat, and of course, to keep your zone's frost date in mind. I'll walk you through what you can plant now, broken down by zone. And hey, if you need more info about your exact zone, just check the description below this video. Okay, for zones 3 through 5, here's what you want to focus on. Start kale, broccoli, and cabbage indoors, so they'll be ready for transplanting in August. You can still direct sow bush beans, spinach if you've got a cooler microclimate, plus beets, radishes, and lettuce. Oh, and here's a little pro tip. Using row covers is a great way to protect your seedlings from that strong summer sun and help keep them a bit cooler. Now, if you're gardening in zones 6 or 7, here's what to do. Direct sow carrots, bush beans, cucumbers, zucchini, beets, turnips, kale, and collards. You can also start broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower indoors for fall transplanting. And just a quick tip, try succession planting your leafy greens every 10 to 14 days, so you'll have a steady harvest as the season goes on. Okay, so if you're gardening in zones 8 through 10, here's what you can direct sow right now. Heat-tolerant greens, okra, southern peas, pumpkins, corn, especially in early July, basil, and squash. Oh, and a quick pro tip. It's a good idea to use shade cloth for your young seedlings and mulch heavily to help retain moisture. If you planted in spring, your garden might be totally bursting by now. Here's what you should look for when harvesting in July. Tomatoes. Pick them when they're fully colored and just a little bit soft. Cucumbers. Harvest them small for the best flavor. Peppers. Either green or ripe red, depending on what you like. Zucchini. Try to pick them when they're under 8 inches to avoid those big, seedy monsters. And herbs. Cut them often to encourage bushier growth. Plus, berries like raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries could be peaking right now. And don't forget, it's best to harvest in the early morning while everything is still cool and crisp. Before we get to the maintenance to-do list, just a quick reminder to check out our recommended product links in the description below this video. All right, here's your July garden maintenance to-do list. So, let's talk about watering wisely. You want to deep water early in the morning to really minimize evaporation, you know? And honestly, consider a drip irrigation system for consistency. It's such a game changer. Now, moving on to mulching. Mulch heavily. Add about 2 to 4 inches of straw, shredded leaves, or wood chips. This helps retain moisture and suppress those pesky weeds, making your garden so much easier to manage. So, around mid-season, it's a great idea to fertilize your garden. Use a balanced organic fertilizer to feed your fruiting plants like tomatoes and squash. Just remember, you'll want to avoid those high nitrogen formulas on your root crops. And don't forget to check for pests every day. July tends to bring hornworms, aphids, and squash bugs. Inspect the leaves and especially the undersides regularly. If you spot anything, try neem oil or insecticidal soap as gentle solutions. Oh, and definitely keep a garden journal. Record what you planted, what's thriving, and any issues you run into. It'll make next year so much easier. And here's a bonus. July is actually the perfect time to start prepping your garden for fall. Planning for fall already? Smart move. Use this month to order seeds for fall crops before they sell out, and start seeds indoors for broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, especially if you're in cooler zones. It's also a good time to clear out spent crops to make space for new plantings, and to prep your compost for fall feeding. Before we wrap up, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We post new videos every day. Final thoughts. July might be hot and, a little hectic, but it's honestly one of the most important months to get ahead of the curve in your garden. A little time spent planting, pruning, and protecting now really sets the stage for a vibrant, abundant fall season. And don't forget to enjoy the harvest. Slice that tomato, snip that basil, and savor the flavors of summer. Thanks for watching.